Welcome. In front of me is the Black Shark gaming tablet, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen, and somewhere in here, which we have multiple pages of, you should be able to find your screen recording toggle. Now let me quickly see how long it takes me to find mine. Oh, it's right over here. So I do want to point out, if you don't see this toggle anywhere, you can add it by clicking right here on this pencil, and from there swipe down, and everything below here in this bright area will be toggled that you can add to that list. And you can add it by just grabbing it like so. You'll feel a vibration and you can then drag it around. I'll just drag it above here, drop it, and when you go back, you can see it's now added. Anyway, once you have this toggle here, first time around, I recommend maybe holding it. Wow, it looks like there's no way, there's no settings. Oh, there is no settings. Wow, great. So the only options we have right here is the to record entire screen or single application, which I'm gonna actually change to the screen, and to also record audio. And we have device, microphone, both. If you're planning to record both, I would recommend using headphones, as what could potentially happen is when the audio of the device is being recorded, it's going to be recorded internally, then it's going to be played through the speakers, at which point microphone will pick it up the second time, which could create an unwanted echo effect. And the last option is the show touches on screen, which I'll enable. This records a semi-transparent gray dot wherever your finger was interacting with the display, and could be distracting for gameplay purposes. Anyway, we're going to now select start recording, and it begins a 3-second countdown. With this most awful notification, it would start recording, and from here you can just open up any application that you want to record. So do something like clock. Just to give you a little bit of an example right here. Anyway, now there is no application here that I can open up to kind of show you a limitation, so I'm going to try to do it through settings, but I doubt it's going to be present here. But still, I'm going to check it out just in case. Now once you're done recording, swipe down again from the top of your screen, and here you have stop. And again, with another awful notification, it stops recording, saves it to your Photos application, and you can find your screen recording by going into your collections right here, and then finding collection such as, let's see, videos, no. So I think it will be on this device, and there we go, movies. Now this is actually not where you will find it on your end. This kind of organization right here is, these are folders that I think someone created, so typically you will find your screen recording. I believe it's going to be in a movies album, which would be visible right here alongside of other albums, like for instance Places and so on. Anyway, so from here we can now view it, and this is the screen recording. So I'm gonna let it play. And you can also see that dot that is just zipping, like for instance from here upwards. That's where my finger was pressing the display. Those are the toggle that I turned on specifically for this purpose. Okay, so what I was trying to show right here, which didn't work obviously, was a limitation that you will encounter at one point of screen recordings and also screenshots. There's a feature that applications can is disable, which is drawing over other applications, and I think that's how it's called. Now, the name doesn't really matter. It's the feature or functionality of it that does, which is it prevents screenshots and screen recordings to be taken in said application that decides to disable this. Now, applications that do this would be, for instance, sensitive applications such as your bank. Bank apps block this, and it might be annoying for instance, trying to get a confirmation of a payment as a screenshot or something like that. But banks do give you alternative ways to download that confirmation anyways. Now, streaming platforms also do this, and for this purpose I'll be showing you how you can circumvent this bullshit, because it's, in my opinion, completely unacceptable. Fair use exists for a reason, and it's not to be completely disregarded by companies in fear of piracy. So I'll be showing you how you can circumvent this if you want to record a snippet of a show, which you are in your goddamn legal right to do so, as long as you're paying for a subscription. Now, unfortunately, any kind of streaming platform that you would have as an application on your tablet will not let you do this, other than YouTube. But YouTube I wouldn't really call a streaming platform, akin to like Netflix or Apple TV or anything else like that. So for that purpose, we're going to be using our browser. And I'm doing this just to give you a insight on how we can achieve recording of a clip or anything like that of a show that, hey, maybe you want to share with your friends as a clip. So we're going to be using whatever browser of your choice, and search engine, though, we're going to be using Google. Now, there's a reason for us using Google as a search engine, and it's because Google gives us Reddit results. Reddit results is what we're going to be primarily interested in, and what I'm going to be searching here for is just one of the ways you can search. Now, that being said, this is just a educational purpose right here, and what I'm going to be using as a term might not result in anything useful in reality, but it's the knowledge that will get you useful links. So you can search for what I will be searching for, which is something like peacestream.mov alternatives. This is going to be what I'm searching for. And if you're wondering, Peacestream used to be a platform that I was actually showing, but it no longer exists. So instead, I'm now still using it as a showcase of how to find out ones and teach you. But just know that any kind of links that you might see here might not work. So with that in mind, you can do other search terms, for instance, free alternatives to Netflix or any other name of streaming platform, or free alternatives to popcorn time, or maybe not free alternatives to popcorn time. Just for reference, that was an application on Android that would have let you watch shows there for free. There was also CloudStream, so alternatives to CloudStream, that would have also been a good term to search for. And if you're going to be getting results that aren't Reddit, you can add into that search Reddit. So as you can see, here's our Reddit result right at the top. Sometimes AI might be bullshit, might be first, so just scroll through it. Don't look at this crap; it's completely irrelevant. There is only one thing that it recommends that could be potentially helpful, which is going to be okay. It looks like it's no longer showing it. Okay. There used to be one useful info about it, which was an application called, let me just quickly check, Streamio. But Streamio on its own isn't necessarily useful. It's when it's combined with Torrentio, which makes it, at that point, kind of illegal in the US because it's using torrents, which essentially means you're downloading and distributing content which falls under piracy. Now, I will be talking about what we're going to find here before we enter here, because you see this is labeled as r/piracy. Now, this might not, what you're going to be doing might not be considered as piracy in legal terms, under specific circumstances, if I'm correct. Now, I am in no way a lawyer, So bear that in mind. This is just as far as I understand. Now, as far as I understand this, if you plan to view this content that we can find here on some of these sites that are listed right here, if you have an active subscription to a platform and you view content that would be available on that platform, that's fine. You can view it through here without any kind of legal problems. Additionally, you can capture a screenshot of it or record screen of it, and that would be fine as well. For sharing purposes, you want to make sure that when you upload it somewhere, it's under 30 seconds long. That's what I believe fair use covers. Anything above that is subject to be copyright claimed. For YouTube purposes, that basically means that, for instance, when you upload a clip that is over 30 seconds, automatically the copyright holder, let's assume, for instance, it's Stranger Things, so Netflix, comes in, just smacks you over the head, takes all the revenue from the entire video, regardless of how long the video is, and you get absolutely jack shit. The video might be 30 minutes long. The clip that you used might be 31 seconds. But because you went over that 1 second, now all the revenue from that video goes to Netflix. And you have actually nothing to say, because copyright laws and YouTube is just shit in this way. Now, if you don't own an active subscription to the content that you'll be viewing there or capturing, now that would be considered piracy. Piracy covers both sharing copyrighted content as well as viewing it. So that would be something that you might want to watch out if you really care about this. I am a firm believer that if buying as an owning, piracy isn't stealing. And in reality, I also refuse to believe that stealing something that doesn't have a physical presence and is just a copy of something else isn't necessarily stealing. So, I mean, I guess that would be literally the definition of piracy in this case. But in any case, I couldn't give a shit less. I live in a country which, yeah, I can just kind of disregard this bullshit. So, yeah. But if you're in US, probably torrent sites aren't necessarily your friend. Your ISPs just kind of shit on you for this, and they will literally report you. So it's kind of shit. US, such a lovely country, right? Anyway, this is akin to something like watch online free kind of thing. So it's not really problematic that much. I don't think it's going to be found easily through here. So chances of, I don't know, getting your ISP contacting you, ooh, you viewing copyrighted content, is basically slim to none. But it's still a non-zero chance. Anyway, so links that you can view right here, they will take you to a website which allows you to view this content. Now, I don't know if any of these work, but depending on your search terms, you will find different links than you have right here in reality. And depending on how you search for it, you might actually find a nice little four-letter thread, or not thread, but link, that will allow you to basically be taken to a website that basically catalogs all of these sites there. And you can choose which one you want to use. This is just a small snippet. There's dozens of them. They're like cancer. They just keep coming back. And that's good because not all of them are equal. Things like the Ether MOM or anything Ether is a cancer. Anything that basically wants to give you incessantly ads on any screen touch is unacceptable bullshit, and just find something else. Now, the reason you will be able to capture anything, clips or anything like that here, is because this is running through a browser and browser doesn't block it. So automatically you're good to go. And any kind of content that you will be viewing through that browser cannot change how the browser itself works. So anyway, that's about it. So it might have been a long video with a little bit of a informative guide right here. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.